Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream. We're doing a bit of Monster Hunter grinding. Since we started playing that as a collab with Okami Sky, I'm going to be taking advantage of some downtimes between streams, especially during days that I don't normally have something scheduled, to slot in some additional games when I have the opportunity to do so. And one of the things that we're going to do is get materials and whatnot for playing in those collabs. We won't be advancing the story in these sessions. We're going to reserve that for the actual collab days. But it's a good opportunity to do those repeated hunts to get bits to make items. Because that can take quite a while if RNG is not your friend. It's also a good way to stock up on consumables and the like. So expect just a lot of monster hunts and the like. We will still be taking any time to chat that if people would like to do that. So feel free. Now checking in with the kitties, we do have Sky and Ember up top center. We have Sammy in the left and Mason down in bottom center. I don't see Sherbet in the little hutch. I do not see him lurking around, so we'll have to see if he shows himself. But yeah, some Monster Hunter World. You can see it's been a bit since I originally played. Moment. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll probably use this. Just a moment. Yep. I'm going to hit the right button eventually. Just wait. There we go. I couldn't remember if it would show the code outright, but this will give me a way to give the code to somebody if they'd like.
Before you head down to the Rotten Vale?
We will not be going down to the Rotten Vale. I mean, in theory, it would be kosher for us to... it doesn't break the rule to go to the Rotten Vale and fight, like, Radabon and maybe a Great Gyros there, but since the next mission target is to fight a Great Gyros during the story, ultimately I'm going to avoid doing that. Especially since I think you have to do an expedition to do it. So we'll be focusing on the woods in the Coral Highlands and the associated critters therein. Gonna have to use up some lucky vouchers at the rate we're going. Hey there, Ghost. Welcome. We're doing an off-schedule bit of Monster Hunter grinding. Got all kinds of goodies, I guess. How are you doing today? Remember all these buttons, I do.
What's up?
Hey there, Levi. Welcome. Like I was just saying, we're a little bit we're a bit later to stream than we normally do, and this isn't a day that we would. Well, this is a day that we would normally stream, but it was going to be not a day to stream because of the very long errands I had to run. Hey there, Bloody Fangs. Oh man, I showed earlier. I haven't played nearly as much as some of the really hardcore, and I stopped playing before they got through like Vitalis and Elatrion and whatnot. I stopped playing at Safi Jiva, but it's good times. I do like Monster Hunter World. If I had to put the two side by side, as far as the modern Monster Hunters, I do prefer World over Rise. Rise had some cool stuff, but still. All right, all right. What do we got here? Do we have charms? Hit the right button. Charms are good. Making charms is good. It comes down to, do we have the bits? Ah, that's right, Bloody Fangs. The meat grinder kicks off. We'll see if I get lucky or not on a lot of this stuff. Geologist, let's make that. Well, first we need to make money, so that kind of sets the stage for everything else, because I suspect that, oh no, we can make some armor. Hey there, Latham. Welcome. Halumu armor. I remember this stuff. This weird combination of very military and very plush. Mind getting... I don't know, that's right. Low rank Anjanath armor doesn't have the fancy bits on it. I do like me some Divine Blessing. That's a good skill. I'm partial to high defense builds. Yeah, a greatsword is very good at spike damage, traditional Monster Hunter builds, but because you're so mobile with stick and move kind of attacks, you get a lot of opportunities to dodge and heal, and you can augment that with high defense and related skills. So I don't have any bits for a lot of the stuff that I might like. So I'm guessing... I'm just evaluating the armors that I might go for. I would like to start getting some of these, whether it's high metal, but that's not... I was just saying defense would be good. I'm using for my mitts. Anjanath stuff is always good, but, you know, Anjanath. Do not have the money. Like, this would be an easy gimme. Just going for the harvest set. Event set. Like, some of this event armor is really reliable as far as just raw stats early. And it's got some decent stuff on it. Halumo would be a good starting point. Let's just go to Coral Highlands and rampage around for a bit, shall we? Otherwise, I'll be all indecisive. That's not where you do it. No thumb wars here, Latham. I need my thumbs for the killing. Let's start with some Coral Highlands. As an alternative, look at the two fluff balls in the corner. Whee! Do. Forgot to tackle first. For the horned ones, you want to tackle first. I'm back. I just want to murder you. So you tackle first because it'll break their horns. Tackle is high impact blunt damage. In addition to the super armor, you know? It'll be a good opportunity to rack up some things. Oh, research points. Research points. How's everybody doing tonight? Despite the lack of thumb war. Oh, back around behind me. Flashbang lizard. While the little guys were suddenly being really observant, is these dog things, the flashbang lizard is kind of a natural enemy to them, or has a perfect defense against them. Because they have those big eyeballs. So when it uses its flash, they're very susceptible to it. Does that have an actual, like, functional resistance debuff in the game? I don't know. Hey there, casemate. Welcome. We're doing a bit of off-schedule Monster Hunter. Semi-unscheduled Monster Hunter. Hey, bud. The collab with Okami was a lot of fun, so we're gonna We're going to be doing more of that, and I can use these off sessions to do mission prep for heading into it. How have you been doing?
Bright moss can be used as slinger ammo. Launch it at walls to eliminate dark areas, like the inside of a cave, for example.
To set up my auto crafting, but I feel some of that, casemate. I feel some of that. Hey there, Taz. Welcome, welcome. Oh, got me. Bunch of them. I'm getting my my small animal survey thing out of the way. Bounty complete, I guess. They also come at you in larger numbers pretty frequently. So, I mean, like, if more than a couple of those little sickle weasel guys came after you, they'd be trouble. But yeah, even beyond that, they're tougher. Good times, though. Good times. Have to find some more honey soon. Drop off some more potions at the next camp, too. Yeah, I can find some of the Palico caves, too. See the Rotten Vale down below. Jellyfish. Every now and then I used to dabble with heavy bow gun, but every time I dabble with it a bit and then I remember, oh yeah, ammo is terrible. Oh, you want some Dragon Strike nuts on this map? You have to come all the way down here. Why would I unequip the capture net? Whee! Hunters have vibranium leg bones. Some sort of built-in inertial dampening system. It is kind of cool how World gives you a very, like, the continent and world gives you a very firm ecosystem. Like, over the course of the narrative, they explain how this whole place works. Hey there, Ciel. And company, welcome, welcome. Hello again. Oh, and there's Daishima, too. Hey there. We're doing a little bit of ad hoc Monster Hunter World farming. So yeah, welcome again. Hope everybody's having a good night. What were you streaming, Ciel? You know, I've never played that Getting Over It game. I kind of feel like I'm happy about that. But, you know, who knows what the future will hold. You could catch the flash bugs. Yeah, there we go. That's true enough. It is a game that will test your sanity, Ciel. Big featherless chickens. Oh, not that button. With that. just missed because it hopped back after the first hit. Taking a bit of a beating. I might need to do something about that. Kind of shameful to cart to small monsters.
Your stamina cap has dropped. Eat some well-done steak to restore it to max.
First, I'm going to have to kill some of these meat birds. Let's see here. I think this can be run up. Ah, okay, it's the ones over there. Oh, that won't help. Well, to some extent, CL, it's a very explanatory title. The core gameplay loop is hunt monsters, kill monsters, get their bits, make their bits into weapons and armor in order to hunt bigger monsters. Monster Hunter World is about a particular chunk of the ecosystem of part of the Monster Hunter world. But yeah, you make big, ridiculous weapons and kill big monsters with them. It can be a remarkably chill game. Oh, hello, Paolumo. That's a big monster. That's a smallish monster, but it is a, quote, large monster. What do we got in our inventory here? Something I can bash him with. He eats the little, coral things. You can see the little motes hovering in the air from the coral plants. He sucks them up. Okay. Fine. Oh, no, he's gonna wreck me at this rate. That's not good. Should have rolled forward. Sleepy frog. That blue frog I kicked emits sleeping gas when it's startled. I was way too close. Shh. Stabbity. I use Greatsword. Greatsword is a charge-up weapon. You do very few great big hits. Okay, I think he booked it, which isn't a bad thing for me. World is a very pretty game. We are in the Coral Highlands right now. So it's like an exposed seabed that has adapted to be outside of the water. All right, which way did he go? Get any meat from those? Yeah, I got some meat from those.
Timing is everything. The color of the meat and the song are clues. Nice! That looks so tasty.
Tutorial. This is the first time I used the barbecue spit this playthrough. There's a little tune that plays, and it's played since the beginning of Monster Hunter while you're cooking meat. And for this iteration, there'll be little guitar to it, and the guitar will kind of go da-da, da-da, and that's when you're supposed to stop. There's also a color change at that moment with the steak. If you wait any longer than that, it burns. You can still eat it, but it recovers a lot less stamina. It does heal your stamina very quickly, though. Then I can eat a well-done steak. So that filled up the yellow one better. So I can attack for longer, that kind of thing. The maps in Monster Hunter World are very big. Are we missing a turf war? Bonk. Nope. Jumping attacks do jumping damage. If you do enough jumping damage to a monster, you cling on to them. And then you get to do a special attack. And then they get knocked down. All of that is good. Ah. Oh, nope. There we go. Little guy can hit surprisingly hard. Hey there, Abaddon. Lurking is fine. I saw you were playing this earlier. Oh, ouch. Right there. That almost ended me outright. Oh, nope. Bad timing. I tackled through the wrong attack. All right, all right.
Are you okay? If you need help, use your SOS flare to call other hunters.
Do. Rider or... Rider is good. Gratuitous food is another theme of Monster Hunter. Monster Hunters are bottomless pits. Can be useful, but go with the ghillie cape. There we go. Right box. So I'm in expedition mode right now, which means I do want to kind of show a little bit of urgency in running down the monsters, since they will leave the map if you don't kill them soon enough. Well, that wasn't nice. He just ignored me. Hey. Too far. Huh? Alumo out. Neat. That jump is always intimidating. You can't fall down there, but it always looks like you're about to miss the vine.
You can fast travel back to camp simply by selecting it from the wildlife map.
Where did he go? bail on me would be annoying. I need your bits to make armor. Looked like he went home. This is Palumo's lair over here. Kind of like a big bouncy house. Giant mosquitoes there are another creature that's been in Monster Hunter pretty much since the start. They are super annoying. Lumo will retreat to this spot. It's a relatively confined area, but there's some good mobility for the player, too. Give. When you're playing alone, you can find helpers. A second cat to follow with you. To one of my prior points, there is no fall damage. Oh, no, we're not going near you. That's a Legiana, which seems to be very confused. I mean, either it's having a very bad time or a really good time. But that thing is to be fought later on. It's a very mobile monster that can be a hassle to fight. What with the wings? Weird. These little conch shells and whatnot that I'm harvesting can grant you access to additional foods at the canteens. Find enough of these tracks, I'm able to lock on to any critters in the area. I've killed quite enough of you folks. For the time being. This is towards Tsitsiyaku's lair. I can't recall if shoulder tackle will block the flashbang. Shoulder tackle blocks a lot of things. No, this was a little earlier than his lair. Howard? Come back and face me like a giant lizard. get you eventually. They just do not want to fight me today. That was an attempt at its flashbang attack, but I was close enough and under it that it didn't hit me. That one got him. Oh, Palumo's here. Oh, nope. Tackled early. That was one of the Palico's helping moves. They pull out a captive healing bug and ride it towards you. A Vigor Wasp. Nope. Good. Thank you. Oh, nope. Didn't think it would double tap. Okay. Definitely didn't think of the triple. More interested in getting the Palumu. Ah, yeah. Greatsword and bow are very different animals. Where? Remember what the lead off button is. Okay, there it is. Bonk. Thank you for turning around. Uh-oh. Sneaky sharpen. Regular potion. Flashbang lizard at it again. Oh. See, all the chickens got flashed out of the air, too. That hit landed just right. Oh no.
That's the monster we ran into earlier. Must be the big boss around these parts.
Nope, 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 nope. Healy cape. Temporary invisibility. No. Effectively temporary invisibility. Go. He's going... Okay, I think he... Is he going home to roost? Alright, that worked. That worked. It's going past his roost. I am stealth. Start the cooldown early. That one got him. Come back and fight me. Where are you going? What? kind of around the world nonsense was that? There we go. Some shell from his back and tail, chunks of wing, and some scales. So, the reason I attacked him that way was if you do heavy slashing damage to them, they just explode. But if you use bludgeoning damage, you can harvest them when they die. But they have to come down into range for me to do that. Unfortunately, they squish real good. There we go. Stupid bug. Oh, yes, yes. You do a very cartoony run during combat. Here. Just like when you're doing if you're running and you do a dodge directly away from a creature, it is the dolphin dive, the kind of a long range, high effectiveness dodge. Another useful thing that you can do with greatswords hit and run is that you're often in a position where you can do that dive. Will save your butt pretty frequently. It's down below and south. There is a bit of that. All right, good. I have sufficient knowledge of the tsetse to track him. Bouncy house mushrooms. It does have that little leg spinning wildly cartoon vibe to it, doesn't it? When they're running that way. And a lot of it's when they're in combat. When they're running around normally, their animations aren't as silly. Hey, friend. Aw, I thought I was looking away. Little cliff sides like that, fighting near these are really good for greatswords.
Good. You're well hidden. Hopefully this does the trick.
I love it when they turn into it. Because I can do these little hops off of the ledge, and I can get like a medium damage charge attack out of it. Ouch. Or I can get tail smacked out of the air, either way. Stab, 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 stab. There we go. I got the knockdown for the tackle to the face there. Very much worth. A lot of blunt damage to the face will knock enemies over. They'll stun them. Camera 1's jammed up. Hasn't done that in a bit. Alright, next victim. Next victim. Tsetse hasn't respawned yet. Aplumo hasn't respawned yet. So let's return to town. Hydrate a little beverage. But yeah, you go on a hunt, you kill a beast, you kill beasties, you bring their parts back. That was an expedition, so it's not as efficient for getting targeted chunks. It was our largest Tsetse. It was a silver crown large. So when I harvested that choice abalone, the little shells, lumps on the side, that unlocked a fish type ingredient at the canteen.
Shouldn't you prepare before you head down to the Rotten Vale?
No, and I don't appreciate the implication of that. So depending on how you've set it up, sometimes you can have it where the palicos that you'll see hanging out here are palicos from other people. that are on like your friends list and whatnot. Actually, let's see here. Is there one of those researchers around that can trigger an investigation for me? Oh, I can get my bounties done. That's important too. They'll give you little missions like hunt this type of large monster, hunt this many, capture this many, kill lots of little ones. Hey there, Crooked Gamer. We're doing a bit of an ad hoc monster hunter session tonight. Hunting up stuff so that I'm more prepared for Saturday's session with Okami. Culling a lot of winged wyverns. Large monster hunt. Quest. Sure, a Totus ought to cover that.
By the way.
So these are all missions to kill some of these little guys, which aren't terribly useful for me. Nope, nope. It's a great Jagras hunts. Really need great Jagras.
You bothering
Complete
me
any
again?
deliveries? Yes. So give me an actual camp in the Coral Highlands. How's your day been, Crooked Gamer? I make anything from these bits?
What's up?
Kami mentioned this guy when we were playing, just kind of out of nowhere. What's up? There are some small monster investigations that are great for money like that. Like some of the bug ones can be done very quickly. Locked Vespoid armor. CC armor wouldn't be terrible. It'd be an improvement, if nothing else. And stun resistance can be your friend. It's a surefire way to get just completely squashed, is if you get stunned. Seatsy bits. Do need more money, so I might just do some of these arbitrary investigations. Yes. That's the plan. That's what we'll do. As soon as I find the guy. There he is. Let's see. Oof. Yeah, that's a double hunt with one life. The materials you get aren't as good for this one, but you get 5 faints instead of 1. This one, let's clear some of this out. Got 5 of those, 5 of those. Capture a Seedsy. Alright, we will take this one for now. Find the door in this mess. Oh, do I need to talk to the handler for that? There's so much that
Hey, partner.
I'm bumbling over here. We are gonna go back to Astera because they don't... Is there a message board in here? This is where the storyline wants me to be.
Hey.
Tutorial. Yeah, it's not a blue question mark. Yellow question marks are not terribly useful. Go back to Astera. We'll do missions from here. Processing. Healing herbs. So a bit ago, when we were playing with Okami and Tacitus, we captured a Palumu, and this is something that'll happen after a capture, is you'll see the creature on this platform here with the scientists around it. Still good there. It's a nice little touch with the idea that, you know, you're doing that for a reason. Rack up some money, I can get the harvest armor put together, which should be a nice shortcut for now. Yep. Needed to make a sharper turn. usually Shamos. There we go. Hey, friends. Hey, bud. You just stay over there. Nobody has to get hurt. If you watch on the mini map, you can see, like, as I'm moving around like that, there's a little eyeball that appears over the creature's icon on the mini map. With yellow means it's been alerted. Red means it's aggroed. White means it doesn't really care about you at the moment. I'm just here to kill the dogs that you like to eat. Nope. Put on my cape and vanish. Sneak attack.
Once one of your specialized tools' effect has expired, unequip it. After it recharges, you can use it again.
That is actually a very important element of using those tools. Is you need to turn it off when its charge runs down. Otherwise, it won't start recharging. So I'll get parts related to what we were hunting. I'll get monies. Splatter, rinse, repeat. That spin slash that you can do is actually a bit of a mobility tool for Greatsword. Because depending on how you do it, you can do like a long stumbling step. And normally that's why you'll see me like rolling to the side and sheathing the weapon. Because you move really, really, really slowly if you're carrying the Greatsword unsheathed. And a dodge roll will end any sort of animation. So right after a swing, when the sword's in the ground, it is really slow to sheath it because you have to wrench the sword back out of the ground, go to a ready position, and then sheath it. Or you can dodge roll and immediately sheath it. Monies are good. And our Palico is leveling. So I just go back and use my loadout because I've got it set up so I will bring 6 potions in with me and 5 mega potions in case I need to use them, but it also leaves room for me to craft more. You can carry 10 mega potions and 10 regular potions. So when I reload it back to this amount, it drops the rest back into the vault here. So I'll slowly start accumulating extras. In case, a hunt goes really, really bad. Stuff. Okay. Should be able to craft some harvest armor now. You know what? I'm not going to wear the harvest armor. I'm not going to do that, actually. Because while in the base game, the events can happen, it is pretty good armor for this tier. Here, I'll show you. I think it is. If it's similar to Anja, then I'll probably just make it. It's a little better than what I could otherwise make. So right now, the top tier armor for the creatures that we've got is about 20 defense. And harvest would be 26. So I'm going to hold off on making that. We'll definitely be able to. I set that.
That's incredible.
Can I upgrade a weapon? See, I could hunt Pookies to upgrade my poison sword. Poison sword is good. That's going to be Rathalos. Not fond of Rathalos' sword. Jagras sword is okay. But if I was going for that, I'd make a Pookie one. Let's do that. Let's see if we can hunt a Pookie. Double check the bone sword, make sure I can't upgrade that at all. It's a part that I don't know what it is. It's the Anjanath sword. So there are very particular builds that let you use weapons with negative affinity. Affinity is like critical hit. And negative affinity gives you negative critical hits. So kind of anti-criticals, where you do a lot less damage. There are skills that make that usable. It's a very focused thing to do. Toda sword with water. Buster. Negative affinity weapons tend to hit very hard. So it's raw damage at the possible expense of, not achieving anything. Or at the expense of a risk to not achieve anything. wearing leather. Palico armor is universally adorable. Even the most intimidating sets still have a real cute aspect to them. Like, look at that. Look at that. For reference, this is the weapon. Big paw mallet. You know what? We're going to do that too. Blunt. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. There we go. There we go. First, do we have a Pookie present? We do not. We have a Rathian and a Rathalos present. Yeah, the fishing researcher is there. Let's double check my mission, see if I've got something for a Pookie. I didn't see something, but it wouldn't be the first time that I overlooked. As you do. As you do. Come through. Investigations. Kind of a gimme. Jagras, Vespoids. Okay, Jagras and a Pookie. Time limit is reasonable. Let's do that. We're going to get food, then we're going to do that. Hit the ground running, you know? The Jagras will reduce the likelihood that I'll get good rewards because it'll take up some of the bonus investigation rewards, but it's still a Pookie hunt. Okay. Let's see, fresh there. Second one of these would give us Polisher. It's fresh 2. Get out of Vigor. Let's just try to go all in, huh? Go for medium attack. Gotta watch the cats cook. I mean, there are some things in the food that they're cooking that's like, I wouldn't like that, but, there's something on those plates that is very likely to be good, you know? It's hard not to find something.
Hey, partner.
Camp 11, see if we can find the Pookie. We'll use a voucher on it. Our voucher list is full at the moment, so might as well. Noom. I'm already full on stamina. Why am I doing that? I have the food buff. Piggy. A mosswine. There's a type of armor set that comes off of them that is essentially a pig head that you wear that is part of a set that can get you a skill called Mushroomancer, which lets you eat mushroom items directly, and maxed out, it can give you some really good buffs. Well, these are Kulu tracks, but, you know. Skip that feather. It takes a while to grab a feather. For whatever reason. Gotta very carefully scrape the feather off the ground. Wouldn't want to get fingerprints on the feather. Lesser Jagras. You see, they'll often run back and kind of bark at you from a distance. Monster Hunter World also has some interesting environmental interactions. So I've got slinger torches right now. They're little rocks that they ignite when they strike something. There are areas where you can use that to like burn off gas and whatnot too. In addition to just smacking a monster in the face with it for some fire damage. Some metosaurs over there. Those little red plants hanging from the vines up there, you can hit with slinger ammo and it'll drop down and do kind of stun damage. It would be cruel to leave it alive without its parent. A lot of zones have a almost entirely non-hostile creature like the Aptonoth that is where you get chunks of raw meat from, as opposed to other crafting materials. When the handler said "looks tasty," a classic Monster Hunter thing is if you hit it right, that you get the well done steak. There is some arbitrary recorded voice that says "tasty" when you do that. You have to appreciate the barbecue kit that they've got. Yes, I'm cooking your relatives right in front of you. What you gonna do about it? Another fun thing that World does. So in addition to those little seed pods you can knock down. Here.
You can use Scatternut as slinger ammo. It's good for staggering monsters.
So it can fall down and it can hit them. Then you can pick it up and fire it at them too. But there's this massive vines on this tree. This whole rotted tree here. Or, mangled tree. If a monster crashes into this, it can knock it down and drop the vines on them. And it'll tangle them up briefly. I like those sort of environmental effects way more than the areas that just where you just put down a pit trap, Okay, did our friend pass through here yet? Jagras really don't learn. Still got time, but we don't have infinite time. See how they've got red on their tail? Normally it's like a green. If there's a hostile monster in the area, they glow red. See? Kulu passing through. It's not a terribly useful indicator, but it's a little environmental touch. Some extra antidote is always good. Look at the size of that grub. It's like a head-sized grub. Now watch this animation. 2 bites. 2 bites and that grub's gone. Here's our friend. Hello, friend. Stab, 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 stab. Kind of a shame that it broke the tree for this part, but I still want to get the full attack on the tail. Since you can cut a Pookie's tail off. Like that. Oh, wow. Get wrecked, Pookie. I mean, it's a low-rank Pookie, and I'm already past Anjanath territory, but still, feel good about that. Pookie's one of the creatures that that noticeably behaves a bit differently when they've lost their tail. When their part break happens, because their tail is kind of like it's like a gas nozzle. They spray poison gas from it when they're enraged. And when their tail is cut, it has less range on it. There are some wyverns that have like poison tail spikes and whatnot. When they lose their tail, the AoE is limited. Some of them, it's not even a body part, like Baroth and Juratotus cover themselves in mud. And if you do enough damage or just water damage to the mud, it breaks off. When they're muddy versus when they're not, they have different resistances. The Great Jagras will actually feed the Lesser Jagras. It'll engulf one of those big Aptonoth, and it'll come back and it'll spit up meat chunks for the Lesser Jagras. Meat chunk. Hey, bud. Killed him with piercing pods. Lovely, lovely. These little red ammos appear when you do enough damage to a monster. They can shed little, essentially bits you can use as a weapon, and piercing pods do damage when you pass through. When the shot hits, it passes through what it strikes, and it will do damage multiple times as it contacts the enemy's body. So if you fire it lengthwise down them, it does a lot of damage. There are bowgun ammo types that do that. So if you get a hold of it, some of the monsters are pretty long lengthwise, so you can do a lot of damage with those piercing pods. Well, we got a poison sac from the Pookie. That's good. Huh. Was our largest great Jagras so far. Logical research team. Where is he? Here we go. Yes, we saw Zora Magdaros. He's hard to miss. Set our equipment loadout here. Alright, let's see. We make mega potions. We should definitely auto-make herbal medicine. What I'm checking right now is that if I have the ingredients, if I pick up something and that gives me the complete set of ingredients to make something, the character will automatically craft it as soon as he picks it up. So I like to do that for some of the components so that I can stack it up higher. Potions like this, you drink them. So antidotes, mega potions, that kind of thing. The character will bring something that looks like a chunky soda can up to their mouth, and they have to drink the whole thing. If they get interrupted, they will either only get a partial effect, like with healing potions, or they will get no effect, like with some of the curatives, like antidotes. Whereas these medicines, these ones that look like pills on paper, those you eat almost instantly. It's really hard for that to get interrupted. So having herbal medicine on you, or there's also powders, which are the same way, but they affect the whole party. Having powders and medicines can be more effective, or are a lot more effective for curatives than just the potions. The workshop. Remember to set a checklist on my the weapons I wanted to make.
Oh! Have a good one.
Okay. So I still need another poison sac and another shell piece, but I'm getting close to that. That'll be good. So what we'll do is we'll wish list it. What that'll do is at the end of a hunt, it'll tell me if I've got enough parts for it. You can wish list a lot of things, but if there's overlapping parts, the game will get kind of confused. Because it'll tell you you have enough for this one, and you have enough for this one, but you actually only have enough for one of them. Currently, so bone weapons don't have a lot of sharpness to them, but they hit hard, which is why I'm using it currently. Proof. One stack of windproof isn't really worth. Chest plate would be an armor upgrade. Then what's Blindsider do? If you look in the right side of the screen, the skills. Different pieces of armor give you different skills. Some of the skills stack up and get more powerful the more instances you have. Some of them are just one and done, like Blindsider is one and done. Range of flash pods. I mean, it's not terrible. Harder to miss with a flash pod. 18 versus 22. Detector. It's not a great ability, but it's 22 armor. And I'll have cool goggles on. Look at that. Sweet goggles. And a popped collar. Ninja gloves. We have... Got the leg territory. Big chunky legs there. Could get a stack of Divine Blessing. Divine Blessing is a chance to take greatly reduced damage. And it is... If you have 3 stacks of Divine Blessing, you will periodically take very little damage. Makes a difference. Look at that. I'm so fashionable. Versus 20. Well, let's amp up the ridiculous. Yeah. Look at that matching outfit. Walked into the shop, pointed at a full suit and said, "Give me half of that." But yeah, upgrades. Okay, we need more Pookie parts. Let's check our investigations in case we got a more focused Pookie investigation. Because the Jagras being present as part of the investigation means the value will be diluted.
Oh, you are too good to me.
Toby, Engineer, Pookie. We don't get a gold. Yeah, it's the same reason that I thought I had second thoughts and chose not to use the harvest set. Is we're trying for that actual fresh start experience. Oh, one moment. VTube Studio has an issue. One moment, please. Harvest is an event one. So it's a little different. But it's still something that showed up a little later. And it leaps at least a couple of monsters forward from where we are in the plot. Once we're past that, I'll probably make use of it. Oh yeah, layered armor is fine. We're gonna check the cams real quick. Camera 1 is flaking right out. As might be apparent, Sky has teleported, you know. Will the Pookie show up in his standard habitat? Yeah, we'll go with a defense up. Actually, no, I don't need any of that. Yeah, we can mitigate that. Shouldn't be too worried about not getting health. The green sparklies on ingredients are fresh ingredients. And fresh ingredients, in addition to having a higher chance of getting you the extra food buffs, also increase your max health and stamina more. Well, they increase your stamina even more, and they can increase your max health. Both of which are really, really good things to do. Wasn't the way I was supposed to go. Oh well. Hello, Anjanath. Do. You don't see anything. Yeah, those bugs were resting on the side there. I see you there, Sky. I do. I do. I do. It was Anjanath being a nuisance. I don't even think he gets an actual turf war with Pookie, so... It's not like luring him there would be useful. About like 2/3 of a charge on the Gilly Mantle. So, you see how he sniffed and sneezed? That actually produced this trap. The flammable Anjanath mucus. Pookie is flying overhead. He's going to very annoyingly return to his roost. You know, back where Anjanath went. also Pookie's home turf, which can be annoying. Oh, he coming. One of the advantages of the jumping attack right now is that I can't be hurt by Anjanath. Away. Ooped. Away. Poison pool. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ah. Disappointing. Eep on him. I know, right? It's like when you've got a full true charge, fully armed and rolling towards them. And it looks like it's going to get them, and it just falls a little bit short, or they sidestep it. Gotcha. So right there, Pookie's eating those rocks. That will arm his poison. If his tail wasn't cut, he would fill his tail up. It would swell up a lot. He can still do some of the poison attacks, but it's there's definitely some diminished capability, you know? So when you break monster parts, like you injure like their wing enough that it looks like it's damaged. Uh, Often those don't change their capabilities. It's just, you know, cosmetic. It's dino damage. Um, they'll drop bits, so it'll be like a scale or a claw. Sometimes, though, it's a tear. It'll be like a dragon tear or something like that. You're wailing on them so hard, ever so hard. Hey, Pookie. Oh, ouch. That wasn't good. This was a smoke puff here. Um, it's the equivalent of the ghillie mantle while I'm in that cloud. Grapple cuts are useful because they create weak spots. And for some weapons, that's a big deal. Pink Rathian is a huge pain without the grapple weapon. As Pink Rathian's scales are super durable. Like, you need high sharpness on a weapon to penetrate them. So a lot of bone weapons are almost useless against a pink. But if you use the Clutch Claw, this little dealy, and land that on like her legs or something like that, you can do a lot more damage to her more easily. Getting rocks and whatnot and beaning Vespoids and the like are another way to get those materials. Okay, we got a poison sack, a pair of shells, a scale. I think we have enough for the sword. Especially when solo, I like poison on my greatswords. Poison tends not to have a big negative impact on the raw damage of the weapon. And words. It's nice little extra damage. One moment. Is this any better now? Okay. That's another... I'm not sure why that's happening again, but it's happening again. Let's get some food here. Sure, I emptied the item box. Yeah, I forgot to empty the item box. Really a lot in this area where water moss is very useful. Same with bright moss. It's thematic to the area. Gathering points. Let's see. Mining outcrop. Being a right, climb high. Remember where the Calico tribe in this one is. Mayhap we'll find them along the way. Yep. Hey guys. If you look on the right, it's my Palico is calling out what they said. When you're interacting with these little guys, your Palico acts as an interpreter. Which is... yeah, I think we can get in there now, but can we do anything with it? Yep, the Grimalkin's dead. Follow the Scutflies. All going down this route would eventually get me the Coral Horn. Well, I'm glad you're finding it useful. But yeah, if you do hear audio things like that, let me know. I can usually correct them with a couple button presses. But as might be apparent, I can't tell. They seem researcher. Hey, bud.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I just love me some good fishing.
So, you'll get missions to capture particular fish from him. They are not terribly difficult. For what we have to do to get in there. here we go. Up and around. What's the big idea, you big jerks? I was all set to take that thing down myself. I didn't see what they were necessarily fighting. The fishing is very straightforward. It is obligatory fishing mini game for whatever reason, you know. It does fit in Monster Hunter though. So it's another one of those things to do. If I recall, there are places that you can get a particular type of big fish, and one of the comedic, like optional greatsword weapons that shows up in events and whatnot is a giant frozen swordfish that you hold by the snout or front tooth or whatever it is on a swordfish. It's not a very good greatsword, but it's silly. Just a moment. So these are the troopers saying that they are that they were hunting and we interfered. So we're going to get a mission that they want us to complete to make friends. Right here, this quest is we hunt 2 Tseetsies and we'll be friends with them. Which is really good. That will unlock another tool that our Palico can use while helping us. This one is, it's like the choral orchestra, I believe. And it is a really good buff to everybody in range when they use it. Whee! Got anything? This is one of the good places to find thunderbugs, I believe. Aquacores and malachite. Maybe it's the... There's a different colored ore in some of the places. Might have to climb up all the way to the Legiana roost. That might be where there's some different ore nodes. There are blue ones and red ones. There's some coral crystal. I think there are red ones. My memory might be wrong. As is tradition. Nullberries, very important. Blights can only be removed with nullberries, and there are some things that are blight adjacent. Like eventually we're going to run into something called effluvium that we will need null berries to deal with initially. So having a lot of those available for when things go sideways. Very good. Legiana Prince. There are some shortcuts, like right there. If you're wearing the glider mantle, you can shortcut around this place. You jump into the wind current, and the mantle carries you up. Oh, yeah. Little side tunnel. That is correct. Poison is not one of the things they do anything to. Oof. I mean, it was a learning experience. It's always a sad feeling when you're the last cart. I mean, this is not what I came here to get, but I'm getting stuff. I'm getting stuff. You can only carry a few null berries, ultimately. I think the limit is 5. I'm traversing a monster battle arena right here. None of the fights that take place in this spot are fun. Got him. Grandfather Mantigrel. So I am passing up to Legiana's Nest, as well as just generally a major battle location for Coral Highlands. Way up at the top. This is one of the places where you are forced to fight the Kirin. This is very much bad times. These are more air vents that you can use during fights to launch yourself. Shortcut. This right here. Eventually there's a type of monster that will use these to travel around and pop in and out of those holes. Stealth mode. Coming through. Hello, Sky. Hello. This way. I take it off early, it puts it immediately on cooldown, but that puts it on cooldown, so it'll likely be ready when I want it again. If I wear it and let it run down, then it only recharges once you've taken it off and started the cooldown. So by taking it off early, I'm more likely to have it available when I want it again. Ah! Come back! That would have been cool. Roar at me all you want. One of the nice features that they didn't have in Rise that they had in World is that the SOS system is independent of what the hunt is. If you're the right hunter rank, you can join an SOS. So you can look at what the SOS is, but you can effectively just drop in and fight, you know? You don't have to set up a mission. It can just be like, hey, I'm going to go help somebody. Stab, stab, stab. You can actually see the cone of light when it does that. Oh, almost got him. Yep. the pressure on him. That's a, like, I'm not super good at greatsword. I will settle for average or mediocre evaluation on my greatswording. But your ability to survive and keep on them with a greatsword instead of resorting to run away and come back is a measure of how confident you are at a given fight. Remember me? He is returning to his lair. Most of the monsters in the in different areas have a spot that they'll flee to sleep, to try to heal. Sometimes a couple of different monsters use the same spot. Like this is Tsitsi's area. Wake up. And he dead. In theory, we need one more. Proving very productive here. Pearl oyster. Good, good. Each of these little food harvest points will have at least, I think most of them have a regular and a rare drop that happens from them. Like, that light pearl account item means that I've unlocked something for this playthrough. That's usually, when it's a food item, a thing at the canteen or foods. The implication, I believe, is that you are telling the cooks where to find new ingredients. We'll see if we get a new Tsitsi on the map soon. So right now, that Tsitsi's carcass is still on the map. Until that goes away, the Tsitsi won't be replaced. You can have 3 creatures active on the map at once, if I remember correctly. Remember, let's see. this is the Rising Slash, and then I can Slinger Burst after it. Right there. That's another stunning attack. So, after a regular overhand, bop. Smack him with the flat of the blade. It is not easy to use. And it doesn't do a lot. But it is one of the ways that you can deliver blunt damage with a greatsword. Your tackle, your kick, and the side blow from the sword. Alright, we have a new Tsetse. So after a full charged attack like that, the spin that I do takes a little bit longer to wind up, but it hits a lot harder. That red glow around me. There's our new friend. Hello, new friend. Ah. Stab, stab, stab. That actually worked out for me. That, not so much. Or that. Oh, nope. Tackled too soon. Ouch. Oh, jeez. So if you look during that drinking animation, my health is filling up. That if that drink is interrupted, your health will stop filling during that. But it still consumes the item. I'm really getting dividends out of that Palumo belt. I'm back. Aside from Lesser Jagras and Gyros, the little ones will attack others. So a Lesser Jagras won't attack the Great Jagras. Nope. But they will attack other things as soon as they're downed. You saw the Palico had a little wheelbarrow ballista there. When they roll that out, the projectiles that they fire match the element of their weapon. Drink. Oh, I was wondering about that. This is a destructible thing I'm behind. Like, they can crash through that if they're big enough. Being persistent. Still a lot of potions. Must restock anyway, you know? But around the time of the release of this game, there were a lot of videos of people during the character creator with their cats watching it when they were creating their Palico, with cats kind of locking on because the sound when you're choosing a voice for your Palico, it's very realistic cat. Nope, too close. Didn't matter, but you want to miss them with the first hit of the true charge for a wake-up slash and hit them with the second. At any other time, you want to hit them with the first part of that cartwheel, because if the first part hits them, the second part hits even harder. Or if I have to do a particular investigation for that mission, or if what I just did counts. In any event, though, I think I have all the parts that I need for my sword. Escape. livery request. Unlocked a whole bunch of extras there. Yeah, I think it's actually a hunt that I have to do for those two. So let's... I mean, their deaths weren't pointless, but those two Seatsy didn't actually have to die. But they did, and I'd do it again. As they level up the tools, they get extra effects and variations and such. And as you level up your Palico stats, they just get more durable and harder hitting. These armor spheres are why you want to keep those bounties flowing. The points are good. Points are always good. You can trade them in for stuff. But armor spheres let you upgrade your armor, which is important. Running. One. There we go. Blooming Blade 2. Let's see, the next one would take quills and 2 bone types that I don't know what they are yet. I'm personally not a big fan of the low sharpness weapons at all. Just not my thing. Let's see. Off of the ore tree. Let's see, there's Thunderblade right here. So, okay, yeah, we're gonna want to make a Jagras one so that we can convert it into, I believe this is the Great Gyro Slime. The next monster that we're going to hunt on Saturday. It is the paralysis line, and that's another, like, if enough people have paralysis, it's nice during shorter hunts because you can just lock down a monster for a bit. It's good, not great, you know? Remember how you set the charm on a weapon, but oh well. Seatsy. Okay, yeah, there's a special quest for it. Kill 2 Seatsies. So another thing you can do with spare materials is oven roast. And what oven roasting will do is get you... it can get you things like rations. It can also get you like medicines. Like oven roasting blue mushrooms can get you medicine style stuff, which can be a good source of them. You know what? We might as well go for the fish platter. The only thing that I wish they would do is make it so that what they're cooking varies based on what you ordered. Right now, what they cook varies based on how high the canteen has upgraded. I think this will be our target for the night, is to get this hunt out of the way.
Hey, partner.
No. Just have to do this. These are quests you have to do alone. So there are other good candidates for our offline our outside of collab sessions of Monster Hunter. So if you look, we have an instrumentalist with us. This is one of the troopers. Button. There we go. Whee! Greetings. I had to greet him in the way of my people. Yeah. CC's managed to antagonize each other enough to have them try to flashbang each other. So I dodged the flash. So you can't be affected while you're riding. The reason I'll start charging and then shoulder tackle is that the shoulder tackle skips one of the stages of the 3 charge sequence. Normally it's overhand slash, bigger overhand slash, then cartwheeling slash, each in a row like this. But if you tackle in between, it skips it. Ouch. So we've seen the trooper use 2 of the abilities so far. He used the drum and the horn. I believe with the healing one, the Vigor Wasp one, they do one where they ride a Vigor Wasp towards you to give you a big heal. And there's another where they'll put down something that summons a Vigor Wasp. So you can run over and use it. He's heading towards the other Seatsy. That could get awkward. Let's find out. Every little bit of damage. One down. Nice, nice. Ripped him up. Hello, Sherbet. Oh, buddy. It's supposed to be natural pearls. Or most pearls in nature form because of a parasite that burrows into the side of the clam. Or oyster, or whichever it is. And those tend to be really irregular in shape. Lumpy looking, kind of like almost like river pebbles kind of things. They're not a sphere. It's those implanted little grains of dust and whatnot that tend to make the spherical ones. Which I mentioned because gigantic pearl inside of the clamshell thing we harvested from. So there's that is our friendship with the local palicos. We got deep pearls, so fortress crab. Warriors of the Research Commission, I salute your brave and generous hearts. Accept this gadget. The troopers, like the Grimalkin, the wild ones, don't have the speech pattern that the palicos have. Palicos are cat puns top to bottom. So, sounds meowtastic kind of thing. One of the key ones that you end up wanting to get, it's not good for support, and it's okay for damage, but it's like a thief claw or something like that, with one of the moves being they throw this like boomerang at them that can rip off parts and add to your loot for the hunt. But yeah, we made some progress. We got a new sword. We've got new palico equipment here. So let's go up to our room and we'll show that off. Waterfall Bridge is where we'll end up closest. Here we go. Why can I not enter my room? Oh. Never mind then. But I'll be able to put a different piece of equipment on my palico for when we play next. But I hope everybody had a good time tonight. Played a little long, and we started a little late anyway. But still good times. Still good times. If you like what you saw and would like to see more, consider liking and subscribing below. Alternately, through the link tree in the description of the video, you can find my Discord. You can also find links to my Patreon and Coffee. Alternately, or in addition to. We will be playing some Great Ace Attorney tomorrow, barring any sort of last-minute changes to the schedule, which I need to post the image form of. And like I said, there should be another Monster Hunter World collab with Okami Sky on Saturday. So again, good night, everybody, and I hope to see you later.